Hi friends, today we are going to see chemical properties of alkyl halides or haloalkanes. Okay, now chemical properties are nothing but the chemical reactions of alkyl halides. Okay, now before this we have seen alkyl halides contains CX bond, and as it contains CX bond, that is X is nucleophilic or electronegative, and as the X is electronegative, it pulls the electrons towards itself and make the carbon atom partially positive. That is, in alkyl halides or in haloalkanes, CX bond is polar bond in which partial positive charge is developed on carbon atom and partial negative charge is developed on halogen atom. Okay, now first and important chemical property of alkyl halides is the nucleophilic substitution reactions. Now first one upon we are going to see the substitution reaction. Before this we have seen the types of reactions, in which we have seen the definition of substitution reactions. Okay, now any atom or group of carbon atom is replaced by another atom or group without change in hybridization state of carbon atom is called as substitution reaction. Okay, now we are going to see substitution reactions of alkyl halides. Therefore first upon we can consider the molecule of alkyl halide. Okay, suppose we have considered here alkyl halide. Now CX bond we have shown, only substituents are not shown. Okay, we can consider here CH3HH, that is ethyl halide. Okay, now if this halogen atom is replaced by OH group, okay, or then the reaction is called as substitution reaction. That is, halogen atom is substituted by OH group or hydroxide group. Now without change in hybridization. Okay, now tetrahedral carbon atom, all tetrahedral carbon atom are in sp3 hybridization. Okay, so after the substitution of halogen by hydroxide ion, the hybridization state of carbon atom will be remain same, that is C, only hydroxyl group will come in place of halogen atom. So all the hybridization of carbon atom is one and the same. Okay, so such type of reactions are called as substitution reaction. You can see the definition properly. When a group bonded to a carbon atom in a substrate is replaced by another group to get product with no change in state of hybridization of that carbon in the reaction, and such reactions are called as substitution reactions. Okay, now what is mean by nucleophilic substitution reaction? Okay, we'll see what are the nucleophiles first. Okay, so last year we have learned electrophiles and nucleophiles. So electrophiles are the positively charged species, or we can say electron deficient species. Electron deficient species are called as electrophiles. Okay, while electron rich species or the negatively charged species, electron rich species or negatively charged species are called as nucleophiles. Okay, now as we have seen carbon and halogen bond. Okay, now the carbon is partially positively charged and halogen is partially negatively charged. Okay, that means when the halogen atom going to be departing from this carbon halogen bond, that time carbon become a positively charged. Okay, and we knows that there is force of attraction between positive and negative charge, and therefore there is a need of negatively charged species, and therefore the carbon atom will attract nucleophile to complete the reaction or to undergo substitution reaction. And such type of substitution reactions, that means the substitution reaction in which negatively charged atom or group or nucleophilic atom or group or electronegative part of the substrate is replaced by electron rich species or negatively charged species or nucleophilic species. Such substitution reactions are called as nucleophilic substitution reactions. Okay, and due to the polar bond is developed between the carbon and halogen atom, alkyl halides shows nucleophilic substitution reactions, or it has a tendency to react with nucleophiles. Okay, now the substitution reactions are denoted by SN. S subscript N, S for the substitution and N for the nucleophilic, that is substitution nucleophilic reactions or nucleophilic substitution reactions. Now we'll see one by one nucleophilic substitution reaction. First one upon for the general representation for nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now Nu minus denotes nucleophile, or the nucleophile is denoted by Nu minus, and alkyl halide. Okay, so we have not shown here other substituents of alkyl halide. We have shown only the carbon halogen bond, which is a polar in nature. By here halogen atom is replaced by nucleophile. Okay, now this reactivity of alkyl halides is depends on two factors. Now which two factors? First one upon substitution state of carbon atom. Now what is mean by substitution state of carbon atom? And second one is nature of halogen atom. Okay, now first one upon we are going to see the substitution state of carbon atom. We have seen primary, secondary and tertiary carbon atom. Okay, so primary, if we have taken here CH3 CH2, this carbon atom is primary carbon atom, here X. Okay, now see, if we considered 2 chloro or 2 halopropane, CH3, here X. Okay, now this carbon atom is secondary. Okay, and if we consider tertiary butyl halide, okay, X, here all are CH3 groups, CH3 CH3 CH3. So this halogen atom is attached to tertiary carbon atom. Okay, now substitution state of carbon atom, nothing but the nucleophile is going to attack whether it is a primary carbon atom or secondary carbon atom or tertiary carbon atom. Okay, now the reactivity of tertiary alkyl halides is greater than the secondary alkyl halides is greater than the primary alkyl halides. That means when the nucleophile reacts with tertiary alkyl halides, the rate of reaction will be faster, okay, than that of when the alkyl halides reacts with secondary alkyl halides than with the primary alkyl halides. Okay, that means the tertiary alkyl halides are more reactive than secondary alkyl halides are more reactive than primary alkyl halides towards nucleophilic substitution reactions, towards nucleophilic substitution reactions. Okay, and the second one factor is halogen atom, nature of halogen atom. Okay, now we have seen fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Okay, now fluorine atom having a smallest size and it is highly electronegative. Now chlorine atom is larger size than that of the fluorine atom and less electronegative than that of bromine, and the bromine is having a more size than that of fluorine and chlorine, and the iodine is the largest than the fluorine, chlorine and bromine. Okay, now as the we have seen, shorter is the bond length, okay, stronger will be the bond, okay, due to the strong overlap of p orbitals of carbon and fluorine atom, okay. As we move down the group, that means from fluorine to chlorine to bromine to iodine, okay, atomic size goes on increasing. That means the overlap between carbon and halogen atom going to be decreasing, okay, or the bond length will increase, and as the bond length will increase, the strength of bond length will decrease, and it is easier to break the bond, and therefore alkyl iodides react faster with nucleophile than that of alkyl bromides than that of alkyl chlorides. That means the reactivity of alkyl iodides is greater than the reactivity of alkyl bromides than the reactivity of alkyl chlorides, okay. So these two factors we have to remember for nucleophilic substitution reaction. Which two factors? The substitution state of carbon atom, that is tertiary alkyl halides are more reactive than secondary alkyl halides are more reactive than primary alkyl halides, okay. And next one, what we have to remember? We have to remember nature of halogen atoms. Now alkyl iodides are more reactive than alkyl bromides are more reactive than alkyl chlorides, okay. Now we'll see few nucleophilic substitution reactions. First one, with aqueous KOH or NaOH. Now aqueous KOH or NaOH, that means when now KOH means potassium hydroxide, NaOH means sodium hydroxide, okay. Now when these are dissolved in water, that means the aqueous solution of potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide act as a nucleophile. One term we have to remember here, aqueous KOH and aqueous NaOH are act as a nucleophiles. That means hydroxide group or hydroxyl ion act as a nucleophile, okay. Now see, when alkyl halides are heated with potassium or sodium hydroxide, it gives alcohols. That means halogen atom of alkyl halides is replaced by OH group. Alkyl halides are X plus aqueous NaOH or KOH. We can write here simply, instead of writing NaOH, we can write directly OH minus in aqueous, okay. So it will be easier. So we'll get ROH plus X minus, okay. Now, or we can write here, as it is a NaOH, we can write here also NaX, that is sodium halide. So first one reaction, what we have to remember, when alkyl halides reacts with aqueous solution of potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide, it gives alcohols with sodium hydroxide. Or if we have used here KOH, then we will get here alcohol will get same, but only the difference is KX, potassium halide, okay. We can take any alkyl halide here. Now as it is, as Rx is the general representation, we can take here any alkyl halide, methyl chloride, methyl bromide, methyl iodide, or ethyl chloride, ethyl bromide, or ethyl iodide, or any higher alkane will get alcohols plus NaCl, okay. Second one, reaction with sodium salt of alcohol, or we can say it as a word, sodium alkoxide, okay. So first one upon we'll see exactly what is meant by sodium salt of alcohol or sodium alkoxide. See, we have seen ROH are nothing but alcohols, okay. And if this hydrogen atom is replaced by sodium or potassium salt, now if we consider here sodium salt, okay, now if it is replaced by, that is RONA, A. Okay, and as here the electronegativity difference is largest, so it is a minus, sorry, here minus sign, RO minus Na plus, so it is called as sodium alkoxide. Okay, and we'll see the reaction of sodium alkoxide with alkyl halides. Okay, see, when alkyl halides reacts with sodium alkoxide, it gives ethers. Okay, that means here Rx plus NaOR. Just do one thing. Okay, form a bond between a sodium and halogen and join these two groups with here. Okay, that means you will get here ROR plus NaX. Okay, and ROR nothing but ethers. Okay, so generally we can say when alkyl halides heated with sodium alkoxide, it gives ether and sodium halide. Okay, now the next one is with silver carboxylate. Okay, now see, when alkyl halides heated with silver carboxylate, it gives esters. Okay, now same as we have seen here sodium alkoxide. Now carboxylate means salt of carboxylic acid, whether it is sodium, whether it is potassium or silver. Okay, now here see carboxylate. If we have considered here RC double bond OH, now this is carboxylic acid. When this hydrogen is replaced by any metal, then we can say that particular metal carboxylate. Now we are going to replaced by silver, so we can write here R C double bond O AG. Okay, AG is the silver and this one is the carboxylate. Therefore name of this compound or this salt is silver carboxylate. Okay, when alkyl halides reacts with this silver carboxylates, will get ester. Okay, so we can write reaction in this way also, Rx plus, if we have written here AgO C double bond O R. Okay, now here Ag and here X. So form a bond between silver and halogen, and these R will get attached to this oxygen atom, or this R form a bond between the oxygen of carboxylate group. So we'll get R bonded to O C double bond O R. Okay, that is ester. We have seen the functional group R C double bond O R, nothing but ester. So we can write when alkyl halides react with silver salt of carboxylate will get ester. Okay, or we can say not only silver salt, we can use potassium salt also, we can use sodium salt also. Okay, now the next one is with alcoholic ammonia. Okay, now alcoholic ammonia means ammonia dissolved in alcohol, or ammonia dissolved in mixed in alcohol. Okay, now when alkyl halides reacts with alcoholic ammonia, it gives amines, primary amines with elimination of hydrogen halides. Okay, now alkyl halides Rx, formula for the ammonia is NH3. Okay, and we are going to use alcoholic ammonia, therefore we have to mention here at the subscript of the NH3, that is AlCO, or alcoholic in round bracket. Okay, we'll get RNH2. Okay, so one hydrogen from this we can write here Rx plus NH Okay, so just separate this hydrogen and halogen and attach this alkyl group to NH2, will get RNH2. Okay, so these are the primary amines. So simply we can remember, when alkyl halides reacts with excess of alcoholic ammonia, it gives primary amines. Okay. Next one is with alcoholic KCN. KCN nothing but potassium cyanide, or we can say potassium nitrile, that is cyanide group, C triple bond N. This group is called as cyanide group, cyanide, or we can also call it as a nitrile, called it as a nitrile. Okay, so we see the reaction when alkyl halides reacts with KCN plus KCN or K triple bond CN. Okay, it gives. Now here we are again going to use alcoholic, therefore mention here at the subscript of KCN in the round bracket alcoholic. Okay, so we'll get, just separate this KX and form a bond between R and CN. We'll get R C triple bond N plus K X. Okay, and this is the product of the reaction, that is alkyl cyanide or alkyl nitrile. You can write both name, cyanides also and alkyls also. Okay, now we'll see the next with alcoholic AgCN. Now we have seen with potassium cyanide, and now we are going to write the reaction with silver cyanide. Most of the students are doing mistake here while writing the product of the reaction. That means they are generally writing the alkyl cyanides here also. Okay, but these reactions are selective reactions. Just because of AgCN forms isocyanide instead of alkyl cyanides. Okay, now why this happen, or what is the difference between this reaction? First one upon just consider Rx when reacts with AgCN. Okay, AgCN. Okay, we can remove silver halide. Okay, but this time alkyl group doesn't form bond with carbon atom, it will form a bond with nitrogen atom, and it gives a product R N triple bond C. And when alkyl group or carbon atom is attached to nitrogen atom of the cyanide group or C triple bond N, then such compounds are called as alkyl isocyanides. Okay, we'll see here. When alkyl halides treated with alcoholic silver cyanide or silver nitrile, it gives alkyl isocyanide. Okay, now Rx alkyl halide AgCN silver cyanide will give alkyl isocyanide, that is R group is attached to nitrogen atom instead of carbon atom with silver halides. Okay, now here we have to remember here nucleophiles. Now nucleophiles is of a different types. Okay, now few nucleophiles only have one site to attack. Okay, while few nucleophiles having a two sites to attack, some having a three sites to attack, and some having a more than one sites for the attack. When the nucleophiles having a two attacking site are called as ambident nucleophile. Now for example, we can see here cyanide C triple bond N. Now here both, here carbon atom having a negative charge and here nitrogen having a lone pair of electron. Okay, now we can write this structure like this also, C double bond N minus charge and carbon atom having a lone pair of electron. That means here negative charge can be carried by the carbon atom also and by the nitrogen atom also, and depending on the reaction conditions or the reagents used for the reaction, now these attacking sites will be different, and therefore These are the selective reactions. When we are using alcoholic potassium cyanide, we'll get the product cyanides or nitriles. But when we are going to use silver cyanides, then we will get the product isocyanides instead of cyanides. Okay, so we have to remember here, when alkyl halides reacts with silver cyanide, we'll get alkyl isocyanide. Okay, same way nitrite is also a bidentate, or we can say ambident nucleophile. Okay, now this we'll see reactions for the nitrite with potassium nitrite. Okay, now nitrate is different, nitrites are different. Okay, nitrate means NO3, potassium nitrate means KNO3. Okay, and potassium nitrite means KNO2. So first upon make clear difference between nitrate and nitrite. Nitrate means NO3 group and nitrite means NO2 group. Okay, so we are going to see reactions with potassium nitrite. When alkyl halides treated with potassium nitrite, it gives alkyl nitrite. Okay, now see, alkyl halide Rx plus K plus ONO gives RON double bond O. Okay, now here you can just separate the halogen atom and potassium atom and join the alkyl group and oxygen atom. You will get the product alkyl nitrile. Okay, now here also the attacking sites are different. That means oxygen is the one attacking site, as nitrogen is the other attacking site. Okay, so you will see the structure of NO2. N double bond O, here O minus. Okay, O minus, this one is the one attacking site. Okay, and N O here negative charge and lone pair of electron. Okay, now here also minus charge. This can also act as a electron donating or act as a nucleophile. Okay, and exactly this nitrogen atom is act as a nucleophile with silver nitrite. Okay, and therefore when alkyl halides treated with silver nitrite, it gives alkyl nitrate. Okay, so we'll take here alkyl halide silver nitrite, it gives alkyl nitrate RNO2 plus AgX. Okay, now don't be confused here for organic nitrates and inorganic nitrate. Okay, organic and inorganic nitrate. Okay, so now only I told you KNO3, potassium nitrate means the NO3. Okay, and potassium nitrite means KNO2. Okay, so this is correct in case of inorganic chemistry. Okay, but in organic compounds, when alkyl group or carbon atom is attached to NO2, such compounds are called as nitrates. Okay, and when the alkyl halides reacts with silver nitrite, it gives alkyl nitrate. Okay, so these are the few chemical reactions of alkyl halides. Next time we will see reaction mechanism of substitution reactions, or the mechanism for the nucleophilic substitution reactions, and the few remaining name reactions. Okay, so we will continue that reactions in next part. Okay, till that, thank you.